Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenny. Today we're going to go back in time to discuss a phenomenon that has extensively impacted the internet, and that is the meteoric rise of influencers and family vloggers. It is essential to note that influencers and family vloggers played a significant role prior to the proliferation of brand deals, influencers, and viral TikTok. In fact, they were the very foundation of a new kind of fame that came into existence. Before anything like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or even TikTok, people like you and me were simply sharing our everyday lives, turning on our cameras, and without even realizing it, crafting an entirely new kind of celebrity. So let's go back in time into the early 2000s. The very first influencers were not on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, they were on blogs. Platforms like Blogspot and LiveJournal gave regular people a voice. They shared fashion tips, product reviews, and pieces of their lives. Brands started noticing. That's when companies like PayPerPost came along in 2006, paying small amounts like $5 or $10 per post to talk about certain products. It was simple, but it changed everything. Then came YouTube. Suddenly, people like Michelle Phan were teaching makeup tutorials, and PewDiePie was turning video games into entertainment. They weren't celebrities, they were relatable. And that's what made them powerful. And then came the families. The Shaytards are often called the first family of YouTube. Shay Carl started filming his wife and his 5 kids in 2008. Birthdays, road trips, bedtime chaos. It felt real. It felt unfiltered and surprisingly comforting to watch. They proved that everyday family life could be entertainment. And from there, a new wave of creators was born. Enter the LaBrant family. Savannah and Cole built their following on Vine before moving to YouTube, where their vlogs exploded. Their content was wholesome, faith based, and cinematic. Weddings, gender reveals, and daily life with perfect lighting and smiles. But that polish came with pressure. Some viewers saw authenticities and others saw performance. Their 2021 documentary about child illness sparked backlash, not for what it said, but for how it blurred the line between storytelling and marketing. Oh, the LaBrants. They weren't alone, though. The 8 passengers, the Ace family, and so many others. They started building empires around their children, their homes, and their love stories, turning everyday life into a full time business. But as family vlogging grew, so did the concerns. Behind every cute morning routine or surprise vacation video, there's a camera and sometimes a contract. And sometimes taking these, making these kids do these over and over and over again. Most of these kids didn't choose to be online. Their childhoods, their milestones, their tears are shared with millions of people, millions of strangers before they can even understand what that means. And when your income depends on attention, real life can start to look like a stage. We've seen prank videos go too far or private moments filmed just for clicks. And the rage bait thumbnails, oh my gosh, it just don't get me started. Some channels, like the 8 passengers, even faced real world consequences for what happened off camera. They sparked an ongoing debate. When does it cross the line from relatable to exploitation? Laws are now being proposed to protect child influencers, ensuring that they get paid for and their privacy respected. Yeah, right. Their privacy, I feel like, will never be respected. When you look at how it all began, the bloggers, the first YouTubers, and those early family channels, it's wild to see how much the internet has changed. The influencers used to share their lives. Now, many live for the share. It's wrong. But maybe it's not about judging. Maybe it's about remembering what made it all special: connection. People just wanted to be seen. They wanted to share their stories and find a community. They wanted to connect with others. So maybe the future of influencing isn't about brand deals or fame. It shouldn't be. Maybe it's about going back to storytelling, honesty, and human connection, the things that made people fall in love with the internet in the first place. because at the end of the day, this has always been about people and the stories we choose to tell. I think once monetization came along, it just ruined everything. When people start getting paid for what they were doing that they loved to do, that brought them joy, it changes it so much. People, they don't find joy in it anymore. It's a paycheck. When it becomes work, it becomes stressful. I don't think I think we went wrong somewhere. And that's why I decided to do this today. I wanted to know who's the blueprint for this all. I used LiveJournal. I think I was like 12 or 13. And I wish I could go back. I used to just write poems and short stories and put them on there, but I haven't seen it. I tried to go on the way back machine and find it, but I can't remember what my name was on there, my email address, any of that. It was 30 years ago. But I was just curious, like, how did this all start? What made people want to make money off of their kids? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this little deep dive, we can call it a deep dive if you want, but I would like to, if you want me to, I wouldn't mind doing it, going further into like the LaBrant family, because I used to follow them back in the day. I thought she was single before she met Cole. So I could relate because I was a single mom at one point. So anyway, you guys let me know if you like this and comment below what you thought of this video. If there are any other YouTubers or family vloggers that you feel exploit their kids, I would love to talk about that kind of stuff. I'm always listening to it, like Dad Challenge podcast. So I would love to talk about it as well if you're interested. You guys have a
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always